Okay, y'all. So this is part one of story time about surviving in a well, I ain't gonna say in surviving a toxic, narcissistic, generationally cursed bloodline. That's what we're gonna call this. That's a long title. But anyways, okay, so I got my other phone because this is where I made notes and things like that. Mind you, I had to go between phones, look at text messages, look at screenshots, look at all my info because I keep receipts, right? So, anyway, I'm gonna start from December of 2023 because when my maternal grandmother went to the hospital in December of 2023, December 12th to be exact, that was like the catalyst for basically everything that followed. Or it, yeah. So December 12th, my granny went to the hospital. It was a whole big secret that she went to the hospital. Um, so my granny got a lot of kids. Uh, she has a daughter that is named after her. My granny goes by Miss G. The daughter named after her goes by Little G. Little G was, mind you, this is December 2023. So all these months leading up to this December 2023, me and Lil G have been talking on the phone all the time. I'm on the phone every time she goes over to her mom's house to take care of her, bathe her, empty her bucket out that she has to use the bathroom, all that. Um, so I'm on the phone. So we talking. I'm in there. I know all the information. You know, but my mom doesn't know that me and Lil G have been talking on the regular, right? But I'm sure she suspected it because me and Lil G have always been like sisters or whatever. So anyway, when my granny went to the hospital that night, uh, nobody wanted Lil G to know. The reason that we found out she went to the hospital is because um, ex- messy shit started going on or whatever. So then December 16th, um, so Lil G wasn't supposed to know, right? Lil G finds out. Lil G goes up to the hospital to check on her, and she's acting crazy with Lil G. She's talking to her like a dog on the street. I'm on the phone. I can hear it, right? And I'm like, this is crazy. Why is she acting like that? And come to find out, like, my mom and my aunt, uh, Letha, like, they had been filling her head with all kind of stuff or whatever. And so Lil G is the one actively taking care of her every day, but she's treating her as if she is the worst person in the world. I don't like it. I can't control it. Um, that's what's going on. So anyway, December 16th, the doctors were told to keep Lil G out of the hospital room, and that Lil G was stealing from Miss G, and that she made her too upset. Um, And so my granny was still verbally communicating at this point, and she didn't want Lil G there. So because she said she didn't want her there, because I'm on the phone, I'm telling her they can't tell you can't be in there. The only person that can tell you that is her. Mind you, this whole time I'm on the phone with her, I'm hearing all this. I'm actively decorating a cake for one of my clients slash friends' birthday. It was a '90s birthday cake. I remember vividly. I'm decorating the cake. I'm on the phone. I'm mad. I'm pissed off and decorating this cake. So at that moment, when I'm hearing what these doctors and nurses are telling her and who they were told this false information by, being my mom and my aunt, my other aunt, I'm like, okay, that's it. My mama is never gonna change. Rolly, they never gonna change. I'm just done. I'm no, I'm done. Mind you, a few weeks prior, I had just went to a Christmas parade with my mom, my daughters, and my youngest brother. So, and we had a good time, right? So of course, it came like out of the blue when I blocked my mama on everything. I couldn't block my Aurelita immediately because it was a glitch on Facebook, but I was able to block her a few months later because I kept trying, because I don't want you to see nothing over here. I don't want to see you, nothing. So anyway, that was on December the 16th. So December 18th, my granny was sent home from the hospital, and Lil G ended up sending her to a different hospital on December 19th because she was exhibiting stroke signs, right? She felt like she shouldn't even been discharged. And mind you, the time frame from when she wasn't up there to like 2 days, something happened. She was moved to a different place, but there was no paperwork on it. Like a different place in the hospital, different floor, but there was no paperwork on it. All of this stuff. I would have the recorded phone calls. However, I replaced my phone in like January, February of 2024. So all the recordings were on an app, and I didn't know that they weren't backed up. So I don't have those, but I do have other calls and stuff. But anyways, so then, mind you, I blocked my mom. Ain't said nothing. Cause I'm just like, I don't fuck with people who mistreat people that I love and care about, and I love and care about Lil G, right? So I'm like, they really doing this? Like, why are they doing this? And I'm not fucking with that. And so, block. I don't got nothing else to say to you. I'm done. And it wasn't just that one isolated event, but it was that event that let me know you're never going to change. You're never going to do right by the people that love you, and you just going to continue to mess up your family. Cool, right? So December 21st, my cousin Demetrius calls me. Mind you, I don't know who it is when the person is calling because I don't have Demetrius's number. Well, I didn't have that number anyway. I had just ended a therapy session, right? I was sitting in my car because I had dropped my kids off at school, sitting in the car for my therapy session. And she called me. She was like, "Hey, Ruthie." And I'm like, "Who is this?" Spidey sense is tingling, right? And she's like, "This D." When she said it was D, I already knew it was about my mama, because you don't call me, you don't talk to me, you don't check on me. So I already know who you calling for and what you calling about, right? Cool. So that's what you call a flying monkey. Like when you cut off a narcissistic person, they're going to send other people to try to fix it, right? They don't tell the whole story. They don't tell what's going on. They do that woe is me. They play the victim, be like, "I don't know why she's not talking to me. Can you see? Can you call her? Can you find out what's going on? Because I didn't do." I'm sure that's how it went, right? So I went on ahead and laced D on up. I laced her up with everything. I'm telling her, I'm like, "You literally have no idea what I've been through in my life with my mama. Like, you don't know. It wasn't a split decision for me to cut her off." So I'm breaking it down, telling her everything, including about what Junior, which is my mom's brother, did to me when I was a child or whatever. And so in the midst of the conversation, D is talking like she's on my side. She's feigning empathy, all this, what got my back, right? And I also let her know that I plan to release a YouTube video where I was going to out Junior and talk about the way that my mama handled it, or really did not handle it, when I was a child, right? And so I let her know that. She was like, "Okay, I understand, all that. I get it, Ruthie, because, when it come to Jackie, she don't never want to do nothing unless you got money for her, blah, blah, blah." And I said, with that, I said, well, anybody would want to get paid for things that they do, right? I said, but the thing about it is, she bends over backwards for people who really don't fool with her. And I was talking about, like, my cousin Skeeter or whatever, which is also my mom's cousin. And so Demetrius was like, "Yeah, I get it. She's all understanding," right? And so I'm like, cool. Even though I'm side-eyeing because people be fake. So December 30th is when I put out the YouTube video. And it's still up. It's never coming down. I put out that video. I tagged family members on Facebook with a clip of it. None of them said anything. They didn't say one word, right? And then after I put the video out that on the 30th, then the 31st I blocked Demetrius after we had a phone call. And I will talk about that after we had a text exchange. I blocked her after that on the 31st. So I will tell y'all about that in part 2.